smart and I knew exactly where I was going to put it before I started carrying it. Fuck. Right, it's time to put Jess's motor back together. We've got it back from the machine shop now. Tidied up these head facings for us. They put new cam bearings in and a new bearing in the back of the balance shaft. We've got the heads back from them as well. They've shaved 50 thou off the heads for us and just tidied up the other facings and stuff. We didn't get them to seat the valves or anything like that, which is probably a little bit of a horsepower cost, but you know, for the motor that we're trying to build, we're not going crazy with this one. It's the first full rebuild we've ever done, so I don't want to go doing all this crazy bullshit stuff. Let's start by putting this motor on the stand and have a look at it. Click that in there. See this crack in here? I think we should go and buy a new one. We'll put this in, do one real quick and see if that's affecting it. I haven't used one for a while, and the very first one is like the scariest one to do. Anyway, let's see how we go. And you can't, there's no like, you can't just go slow for a start. You just got to just get into it. Ready? Let's just see how that went. It felt like it was fucking very abrasive in there. Fuck, that come up pretty good straight away. Have a look here. It shows up issues with your bore. See that line in there? Did you even notice that? Look. See that line? Mm. We didn't even know that was there.
What?
It's pretty bad.
And now what?
So I hope, like, fuck, there's no worse ones. I didn't even notice that. I thought I checked in all of them, like, just visually, and they looked alright. But there's no lipping at the top. It got that fucking where the ring stops out of it straight away. Oh, there's a bit of score in there too. Let's do a quick pass on all of them with this. Make sure there's no worse ones. If there's any worse than that, don't look at me like that. Right, so I accidentally tapped the bottom in there with the end of the hone and it's chipped the piece of my stone off. And it's too early to go to the shops yet, so we're going to switch jobs to a different job and we'll get back to honing later after we slip into town and get a new hone. So what we're going to do is get my trusty tool out that I made for me Amarok one day for pulling off valve springs. Right, we're going to take these valve springs off and replace them with the new ones. While we're in there, we'll just check the seating of the valves, seat them back on if they're not seated. This is a fucking mint tool, eh? It's a very cool tool. Alrighty, sit that there. There's one. There we go. 2 collets. Get the lid off. Huh? How mint is that? Let me say about that for a second. They have this valve grinding paste you can get. And you just put it in there and then you just like twist these to seat your valves in there nicely. Probably building a motor like this we probably should do. Now, this is the bit I've never replaced before, valve stem seal. See this here? You know anything?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have a go at replacing them. I don't actually know how to do it. You pull the valve out. And do they just pull off? Here's the box of new bits. We've got retaining collets. Ooh, springs. Here's the new springs. Yeah, they're heavy ones. We have valve stem seals. retainers. We have, whoa, we got all new lifters too. Look, how cool is that? Cam gear. What's in this one? New push rods. And they look cool. Right now, we need this bit, and that bit. This is the old spring. This is the new. Look at the fucking height of that. This one looks thinner. Oh, that one squeezes easier. I guess when it's squished, it won't be. They look like they just push on and off. Let's go see. Huh, that was easy. That was super easy. That's it. I guess you just clean that up. The first new bit going in your motor. As I can see, it's seated up there nicely. It doesn't move around at the top when I push it now. It's good. That just slips straight through very easily. That goes up and down like that. Fucking few thousand times a second, a minute.
Alright, next.
This why engine building takes so long, babe, because you sit here and just fucking checking it. Playing. Let's go. There we go. Poke that magnet in there, baby. Poke it through the fucking hole.
It's good.
Yeah, there you go. There we go. Spring off. In the container. That's pretty easy. I think that's better than the clampy ones. Last one. There we go. Well spring. In the box. How good's that? Fuck, this is a cool tool. I love it. On this one. What is it? In the box. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's very cool. See all the crumbs I'm flicking off? We'll clean the heads before we put them on. So maybe we leave the valve stem seals out for now, and we'll seat these valves in with valve grinding paste. Alright, so we're gonna pull all the valve springs off of this one, then we'll go to town and we'll get some valve grinding paste and what was the other thing? And a new home. So we went to town and bought new ends for the hone. We also came back with that fella, and she's going to help me change the hone bits. Hey, are you helping or what? Can you help me here, please? Can you hold them? So they need drilling out, so then we can put the new ones in. The new ones come with bolts, thankfully. And we'll just drill this out and then hopefully put the new one in. Hey. Oh, at least, good thing you're helping, hey. Good thing you're helping. So because I put brand new stones on this home, they'd be a little bit too abrasive for my liking, so I'm just going to put a bit of oil on them and get it to soak in before I start. Sort of make sure there's enough lube there, otherwise it might take off too much more than I want it to. You know, it'll be a bit too abrasive for my liking. I like the smooth stone. It's sort of a little bit more forgiving. It's still nerve-wracking. Fucking first bit is crazy. Ready? Fuck. It's fucked up, eh? I'm definitely not a fucking professional at honing. Well, that's still a way more careful job. See, it's taken nowhere near as much off, and I honed it a little bit extra. So that's good. It's a little bit more forgiving this hunting. That felt better. That's the right speed and in and out speed together. See the cross hatching? See how it's really like crisscrossing? That's the right speed and right in and out. So now that I've done that, I can feel comfortable to go back over the other step. Look, see what we're looking for. See where the piston ring stops? There's a dark mark there where it hasn't cleaned. And it's nearly gone. There's a little bit there you still can see, and you can definitely still see the one at the bottom. It has got a fair few scores in the board. You see it? But anyway, my Falcon had them too, and it's still going. Whoa, I bumped the bottom. Right, I'm going to keep hooking into these and try and get them all right, and then I'll show you when I'm done. Right, yeah, so I've just finished up on the block here, and I've cleaned it all up. And I've got me cross hatching in there. I'm pretty happy with it. It looks fucking mint now. That's good enough for me. So we're going to move back on to doing the heads now that we have the lapping paste. By that I mean toothpaste. So I've made this thing. It's just a drill bit in a piece of hose. What it does is it will spin these valves so I can lap them in. Right, so I'll show you how it works. You put it in the drill like that. So we'll get our valve lapping paste. It is gritty. Put a bit of this underneath the edge. It's fucking shitloads. Take it back in here. This hose on it. It fits nicely on the top of the valve. Now, what I do, I just do 20 times. I just pull it against it with it spinning, and then I do it the other way 20 times. So let's go. Now the other way. I'm going to pull this hose off. Take this out. Now, we'll clean it off and have a look-see. Have a dull edge all the way around it now. Probably helps to have the valve cleaned first. Well, it looks at that, it needs more. What about the seat? Oh, I'm so glad we're doing this, because having a look at that, it fucking needs it. Here, have a look in here. You can see this. You can see this side here. It's cleaned it a bit, but over here, it hasn't cleaned it or anything like that. So we've got to go a bit more. Probably going to have to get a little bit more into it. I think, like, sort of pull it on there and hold it maybe for a couple of seconds, and just do it like 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. Is what I'm thinking. Two. Next one. This one will be much easier. How does this one look? Yeah, righto. Yep, no fucking different. Alright. The fella at the parts store that didn't have the cutting compound said, oh, you can use that Jif. So this is what I assume to be Jif. Yeah, the toothpaste wasn't really fantastic. If this works, I'm brushing my teeth with it instead of toothpaste. Oh, that looks different. Let's suss out the results. That's better. Look at that. See? A dull metal edge all the way around. Let's have a look at this side. Oh, yeah. Still a little bit more, but that's a fucking way better result than
Are you
toothpaste.
brushing your teeth with Jif tonight?
I fucking might have to, eh?
Looks no fucking different.
Eh?
It's no
What?
different.
It looks way better than that. I'll go back over these with Jif. I did not expect that to do better. I really did not. Let's give it one more go with the Jif on this one. Then we can call it finished. So I've been working on this one for ages, just to try and get one of them perfect, just to see if I could. Now, you can see a couple of little dots still on the back of this. Right, and it looks mint, except for there's this one spot I've been working on. See that? It's not quite there yet. I just finished saying this is the last one. It's nearly there. That's gonna be fucking perfect if I get that right. What do I do? Do I keep going? I'm sure that there's others are gonna be they're all gonna be as hard to work as that. But look at my selection of products. I've got metal polish, toothpaste, Jif, this purple metal polish. And I think this one works the best so far. This one and this one together seem to be working good.
How long you got to build this motor?
I've got tons of time. So I'll probably do valves for the next 2 or 3 days. Just seating them.
You weren't even going to seat them to begin with. When
Yeah,
we
I know.
started this morning, you
But-
weren't even going to do it.
But I started seating them and I can just feel the horsepower gains every time I go in and out like this with the valve. I'm just like, oh, there's fucking 20 horsepower just there. Seating them properly, I feel like it's going to give you 20 horsepower extra. If they got a bit of blow by past these valves, it's just wasting shaving the heads. That's fucking come up pretty good, but eh?
Less drinking, more polishing.
This is keeping my nerves calm. Right. So after hours and hours of seating these valves in, I've finally figured out the best way to do it. Now, I was doing it with the drill and all that sort of stuff, but the best way actually that I've found without valve grinding paste and stuff, and the most efficient way is actually by hand. So I pull the valve out, obviously put a bit of oil on there, get some of this purple metal polish, right? And just put it on here like that. And then we put it in, right? And get a piece of hose. This piece of hose with a drill bit in the end. It's just had a drill bit in the end. Poke it on there and use it like a fishing rod. Wind it like this. So I'll just putting pressure on with my finger in the center, let it spin, and then just like this, and then just change ways. Do about, just a few turns and then go back the other way. And that cleans the valves up and seats the valves faster than using a drill or any other method I've tried. You can feel it when you're pressing on here. You can feel it's a little bit gritty, and then when the grit feel goes away, you back it off and put it back on, and the grit comes back. And it's only like 5 minutes a valve, whereas with the drill, it was like fucking a long time. It was not working very good, and before you know it, it's good as. All right. So I just finished cleaning all the valves. They're all done and seated nicely. I'm quite happy with how they've come up, actually. It's time to try and press these springs on here now. I had a little bit of a go. It's proven a little bit difficult, but you'll have to bear with me with this one. Let's go. All right. Yeah, poke those down here. See them little things there? Just pop them in, you know, with the fat way is up. Yeah, that's up. And that's this pokey deal here, so you can move it around. Yep, and this close. Yep, and this one on this side. Huh. Nice work. That's on there. Fuck yeah. That wasn't so bad when I got a bit of help, hey. Fuck, that's... Oh, that's good.
Everyone can see your belly.